Hey everyone, I'm Asia, and breaking news, the new year is coming. I am being bombarded by no-spend videos. And even though I have never personally done a no-spend challenge, I definitely feel like I should after 2024. And since I've been considering it, I've done a lot of research about exactly what a no-spend month or year looks like and people's tips and tricks to a successful no-spend journey. So in this video, we are going to be sharing some no-spend tips and tricks that I have gathered over the interwebs on how you can have a successful no-buy challenge. If you like content like this, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you're really into challenges, check out the video that I just uploaded on Tuesday, all about the 30-day debt payoff challenge with calendars and everything. Now, before we talk about no-spend challenges, I think it's important to know the difference between no-buy and low-buy. For a long time, I kind of thought that those terms were kind of like interchangeable, but basically a low buy challenge is a precursor to a no buy challenge. With a no buy challenge, you're basically not spending money on anything outside of your essentials. No clothes, no takeout, no beauty products, etc. If you're someone who thrives in an all or nothing environment, this challenge is for you. I particularly don't thrive in such harsh environments. So a no-buy challenge is something that I would probably not succeed in. However, for those of us like me, there is a low-buy option. Whereas the no-buy is like, you ain't spending money on anything. A low buy is where you put boundaries and limits on your spending. You basically pick categories where you plan to limit yourself. For me, my main spending issue is and will always probably be food. But if I were to completely cut out dining out during like a no buy challenge, I think I would fail significantly. But for a low buy challenge, I feel like committing to only ordering Postmates once a week is something that is very doable for me. And you can do this with something like shopping. Maybe you limit yourself to one new item a month. So you're still cutting out spending, but you're giving yourself more boundaries that you don't want to cross. And it's just not as harsh as a no spend challenge. So definitely figure out what kind of challenge you want to do, because they're very different. Before you start either a no buy or a low buy, it's important to figure out what is your why. Why are you doing one of these challenges? I talk a lot about what is your why on this channel because that's something that you need to figure out when you're paying off debt. And I guess it's the same when you are just in general cutting spending. Why are you planning to do this? If you have the Master Plan Budget Planner, I think writing down your why in the monthly budget section or even the financial goals section is something that is really important. When I talk about becoming debt-free and the importance of figuring out your why, the reason why figuring out your why is so important is this stuff is not meant to be easy, right? So a no buy or low buy challenge is not going to be a walk in the park. And when you feel challenged, when you feel like you want to give up, you want to fall back on what your why was to help push you forward and push you past that hump. Write it down someplace that is easily accessible to you. So if you need to refer back to it, you can. So in your planner, in your notes app, whatever it is. And just know that that's probably something you need to think about before starting the challenge. Now, as you plan your no buy, low buy, you have to plan ahead, right? This is not something that you can just do on a whim. Logistically, what is the start date? What is your end day? Are you going to do a no buy day, week, month, year? What essentials do you already have in your house that you may need to stock up on before you start this challenge? If you are doing a no buy challenge, you need to stock up on your essentials that maybe don't qualify as something that you can buy during this challenge. Once you figure out kind of logistically what you want your low buy, no buy to look like, the next thing you want to figure out is what level you want to do this challenge at. Are you going to be easy, medium, or hard? I would say like easy is eliminating maybe one category. So for a low buy, maybe you're going to eliminate dining out for a day or for a week or for a month. Medium level would be cutting out nearly all non-essential items. Basically, water, food, shelter. Those are the things that you're going to be spending on. And then hard, apparently there's a whole upper level to this, to where not only are you cutting all non-essentials, but you're also actively making money during these challenges. What level you want to be at is something that you need to decide before starting the challenge. Once you figured out your challenge basics, it's now time to set your rules. Depending on how long you plan to do your no buy, low buy challenge, these rules can change weekly or even monthly. You need to pull out your calendar and see what you have going on during the challenge. What appointments you have, what birthdays you have, what bills you have, all of that needs to be written in your calendar so you can plan appropriately. What can you anticipate for the upcoming months that you can plan ahead for so you can have a successful challenge? The next thing you're going to look out for during the challenge is you're going to start to recognize your temptations. The beauty of a no buy, low buy challenge is that you can start to better understand your spending habits. Are you always online and easily influenced by IG ads? Personally, I get kind of lazy, so even though I have a fridge full of food, I will still order Postmates. So what are your spending temptations and how can you work around those? Maybe you need to delete social media or put yourself on a time limit. Maybe you need to completely remove a credit card off of your Apple Pay. Or maybe you're like me and just need to commit to meal prepping, which is honestly so annoying. I hate doing it. But even just like meal prepping little things and not entire meals can help set me up for a successful low buy challenge. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to track each day, good or bad. If you do have a budget planner, what I have been doing is I've been writing down my expenses on like my weekly expense tracker on one side, and then writing out kind of like a money diaries of my expenses on the other side. I think when you start to write things down, you'll start to pick up on habits or temptations that you didn't know about yourself. So not only are you keeping track financially, but you're kind of also keeping track on how you're feeling mentally. Next is you're going to build yourself a wish list, because even though you are in a no buy, low buy challenge, doesn't mean that there aren't things that you want to buy during the weeks or month that you're doing this. I uploaded a video a few weeks ago about me building my wish list and the Notion template that I use, which I gave you all for free. So I'll go ahead and put that in the description box if you're interested. But instead of hitting buy on things that you want during your no buy, low buy challenge, you're just going to gently link them into your wish list. Once your challenge is done, maybe you find that you didn't even really want the item to begin with. Or maybe after weeks, you're still thinking about the item that you put on your wish list. And maybe if the challenge permits and your boundaries and guidelines permit, it's something that you're able to actually buy in a few months after the challenge or during your challenge. So the wish list, I think, is always a good idea, whether you're doing a no buy, low buy or not. And if anything, it's just gonna help curb those impulse purchases. The next thing you wanna do during your no buy, low buy is to find a support group. This is good for anything financially goal related, because whether it's a no buy, low buy, whether it's a debt-free journey, whether it's a savings goal that you want to achieve, it can feel very isolating, and you need to build a community so you can have people cheer you on during your challenge, or maybe you kind of need a support group to help you push yourself over kind of the humps that you definitely will feel during any financial challenge. This video was actually inspired by a comment made in my Discord. I will link the Discord in the description box if you want to join, because it really is a really cool group of people over there where you celebrate your wins and your losses and talk about things like a no buy, low buy and how you plan to achieve it, or the ups and downs that you're facing financially, if you don't have an immediate group that you can call on or text on that you feel will support you during any financial challenge, come to the Discord. Come to this channel. There are online communities out there for you to not feel alone while you go through things financially. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to forgive yourself if you mess up. It's money, it's spending habits. Things are going to happen and it is okay. You messed up, you're human, forgive yourself, but figure out what exactly went wrong and what adjustments you need to make in order to make sure it doesn't happen again during the rest of the challenge. And then finally, the last tip is to make it fun. You know what gets me is a simple highlighter. I love highlighting my financial accomplishments. So maybe even what I could do is find the month in which I plan to do my no buy, low buy, and highlight the days that I did really well on. Something like that would keep it encouraging. Maybe every successful no buy, low buy day you have, you contribute like $1 into a jar or something. And at the end of the challenge, you take that jar and buy yourself something nice. Whatever you need to do in order to make it fun, in order to push yourself to the finish line, you do. Financial challenges are hard. How can you set yourself up for success, and how can you make it fun in order to help push you through your goal deadline? That is it. Those are all of the tips and tricks of a no buy, low buy challenge that I've gathered from all these different videos that I've watched. But if there is something that you think I missed in this video, please let us know in the comments, and also let us know if you're planning to do a no buy, low buy in 2025. I'm Ajadang. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all next week. Bye.